See, I almost got hot earlier. And for black folks, we're hot. We using the way of saying almost they got mad at things of that nature. Reason why I'm saying that is because I was about to record this podcast, and I'm like, what? The phone? I ain't saved the music. And then I forgot that I started using the record app off of my iPhone because I started using it more on the Samsung. So, yeah, I had to catch myself. I'm like, oh, duh, got everything set up in the Galaxy Note 8. So what I did was this time I added the instrumental from Beyond Black and White Part 2, Lost Souls. I added the draft tracks and how they was really heavy bass and things. I added that on here as opposed to the one that was tagged and stuff like that. So you guys go hear a big difference in some of the tracks or whatever. But it's 7:13 or 19:13 p.m. on a Friday evening out here in California and whatnot. I see it's supposed to be a crescent moon tonight. It's looking beautiful. Aircraft just flying by over and things of that nature. And, before I even get into this podcast, I want to say this for my folks that work in 9-to-5 jobs that is completely bullshit and everything, and how they try to do their employees wrongs and stuff like that. I really want to say this. If you guys are doing other professions that can really get you to be something else greater than what you are, look towards getting an internship. Rather be paid, or if it's not a paid internship, just make sure you get yourself an internship. I did one a couple of years ago, which actually helped me, understand a little bit more of networking and things of that nature, even when it came to part of the music. But the networking and stuff is what had, got me to where I'm at right now, and still learning things. But for those of my folks that are working, I'm telling you right now, look towards getting an internship by all means. And I put this way, wherever industry that you love to do, because whatever industry that you love to do, if it's good for you, go ahead and do it. And then by all means, everything will fall through. So once that does happen, then cool. you should be straight, And the reason why I say that, because we are working in jobs that we do not like, that we truly do. That we truly do hate. Because to be real with you, bosses and managers, not try to nitpick on anybody who is a boss or manager at a particular company or things of that nature, but have to be real. There are some times where those up in that type of power, they let their little fest or whatever they wear, it lets them know, I'm this, I'm that. They let that get to their head. When they let that get to their head and they don't speak up for their employees, if you like contract with another company or whatever, then it's like, wow, it's like you only just speaking up for yourself. So I'm just saying that for those that want to do your own thing, and I shouldn't have stepped right there or whatever. No, that's third. But yeah, other than that, for those of you that want to do your own thing and stuff, look towards getting an internship. I'm trying to tell you right now, and truly be more greater that you guys do that, as opposed to working a 9-to-5 the rest of your life. Like I said before, the job I'm working at, I'm trying to get out before the summertime, period. So I'm saying this right now off of this podcast. My mixtape that I was going to put out in June, I'm pushing out next month. I don't care if it ain't edit property or things of that nature. I'm pushing it out. I'm taking the chance and stuff like that. Because normally you guys don't hear me freestyle rapping stuff, but I tend to do. Y'all might be like, oh, you'll be another rapper. No, my stuff is it's way more different than other people. I ain't going to talk about the stuff you guys normally hear. It's going to be some other stuff like, dang, I can relate to that. And trust me, it's going to be different. And it's going to keep everything clean. Like Will Smith. But I'm going to try to keep everything clean only because for the youngins, that they can listen to it and stuff like that. But trust me, I'm going to hit y'all with some metaphors and things of that nature. Don't get the game twisted. Don't think just because I'm an entrepreneur that's a music producer that I don't know how to sing a freestyle rap. I've been rapping since I was little. Just never been out there like that. I've just been doing it for fun. But I'm like, you know what? If my little brother could do it with his thing, I know damn well I could do it with mine. So yeah, look towards May for 13 hour the mixtape. That's for certain. Try to figure out how many tracks I'm going to put on there. Because there's a couple tracks I have where the lyrics are dope and stuff like that. So, other than that, let's get on this podcast. Let's hear. The reason why I said that, because I need to look at what day of the podcast we actually on. And things of that nature. Well, let's play some music so we can read the introduction of it. Let's hit it. Well, I can pull up the pictures. And then I'll go to the phone and find the stuff, so yeah. Make sure that we did it today. Okay. Cool. Like I said, see more United aircrafts and stuff over here than anything else. So we're going to exit out of that real quick. Go to the Notes app so I can update everything. I just got home 2 days long ago, so I'm kind of like tired a little bit. But I'm doing this for you guys, so doing this for you guys. Alright. So just enjoy the music for the time being and sounds of what you guys hear in the background. And we'll get started in a few minutes. Oh, that's a real girl. Glad I looked. Alright. Everything's about to be set in a few minutes. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and say like this. Welcome, ladies and gents, to another podcast. I am your host, Q Morals, and on this to the Q up at rockbloodxcm.com. We were at week 93, sessions 451 through 455. For this week of April 16th through April 20th. It is 420 today. Y'all do not need to blaze up for nothing. What you need to do is blaze to figure out what it is that you want to accomplish in your business. We're going to talk about that later on today. But for right now, we'll pull out the other phones we got to transfer the pictures over so we can get down. So, for Blessed Mondays, April 16, 2018, I said, as a good friend once told me, never lose your passion for what God has blessed you to do. So let me explain now. I was talking to one of my good friends, good co-workers at the same job that I used to work at, but he doesn't work over there anymore. By the name of G-Mac. I'm not going to say his full name. But you hit him with this podcast, you don't know who I'm talking about. But he had hit me up on Monday. And on my off day and everything, just gave me a call. And we was talking about a whole lot of stuff and everything. So when we was talking and stuff, he had, we was talking about business and things and, working together and stuff like that. This happened. We have been having a business mastermind conversation, which is what I actually needed during that time. So I was talking about, man, every day, so I come home from this bullshit-ass job that I've been at for about 5 years. And you know what job I'm talking about, too. I said, bro, I come home and every time I just be like, man, be real, y'all. Entrepreneurs, we go to that point where we'll be like, man, F everything. But we don't stop because we know as soon as we do, we're going to miss out on something. But the more that we keep pushing, it's the more that we are getting very close to where we need to be at. So after I said that, my bro was like, dude, he said, never lose the passion that God has given to you. He said, you need to continue to just keep going. He said, bro, you always tell me that, so I need to tell you the same thing. You need to continue to do what you're doing, stuff like that. So So that was a big motivator, and that right there is what inspired me to make that post. So I'm gonna tell you right now, wherever the passion or wherever the gift that God has given you, don't quit, because you are way closer to where you need to be at in life and financially and things. You're closer to your dreams than you know. You know the picture of the guy that's hidden after the diamond and everything? You got one head of the diamond, the other one walks back, because the one that walks back is not, opposite, the one that walked back didn't know that he was close to it, than the one that's actually going after it. So that's how we have to be. We have to be the one that's trying to go after our goals and our dreams, and really continue to push. Life is going to challenge us no matter what it's going to do. It's going to get those challenges that's actually going to test us, because once the big stuff really starts to pop off, then you got to be like, okay, we could take this because we've been through A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So with that, what we have to do is that we have to continue to stay strong and continue to push forward. So that's what you guys need to do. Continue to push forward whatever it is that God has pushed you to do. Let's continue. So for On the Grind Tuesdays, April 17, 2018, I said money comes in like a faucet, but runs out quickly like a stream. Time is but for a moment, so use it wisely. In the same conversation though, even I followed this model, and the homie had said it too. He was like, bro, he was like, because I put him up on game about business and stuff, and he took it to a whole nother level, which I'm loving. So he was like, bro, he said, we can easily get money. He said, you can easily make money do whatever you want to do. He said, but time can't get back. And trust me, you guys hear me talk about time and support and things of that nature. You guys hear me talk about it. I love hearing other people that we have inspired or we had helped out to really see the bigger picture of things, that they too can do whatever they want to do and just pick from it. I think my homie and the other homie when I talked to was like, bro, you should be a life coach. I'm gonna actually take up on that. But I want to make sure, I'm gonna take, then again, I think I'm already there doing part of the stuff, but it's gonna be amplified pretty soon later on in the future. But the crazy thing is, when I do say this, it's that, it's like, wow. But hearing my bro say that, I'm like, man, I truly appreciate him saying that as well, because he's right. He's right. We can easily make money doing whatever. Picking up dog shit or whatever. We can make money doing things. But we don't get the time back. And he's not lying on that. I had to really sit down and think on it was on a Monday or Tuesday and really kind of look back a little bit like, dang. Actually, I pulled out my senior year yearbook from Fairfax High, class of 2005. I also take a look at it because there are some, I'll be real, there's some classmates that literally put, it's like, man, they literally put aside, if you make it to the top, or we see you being somebody great, like, don't forget it, bullshit you're not. I hadn't read it yet, trying to find another little yearbook thingy to which we have almost like a little journal yearbook kind of thingy that went back in 1998 from another school I was at, where folks during my little middle school years, it's like, bro, you make it big, don't forget about it. I kid you not. I mean, it still stuck with me, and I thought to myself, like, well, shoot, I'm not quite sure. I put away once I got older, I'm like, dang, I'm hearing people say it, but I don't fully see it. And I think the thing is because we get clouded by the reality of things. We're not really realizing that we truly are kind of there or where we at or whatever. So, I had to let that beat drop right there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn this one up just a little bit though. I'm gonna start talking with you, let y'all hear the bass real quick for this one. I'm gonna turn my headphones up so I can listen to this. Hold up. Boy, if that ain't my genre in the South Centralness right there, though, I had to. But other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to freestyle in a few minutes. I ain't about to do that. Other than that, though, yes, time is very important. So with time, make sure that you use it wisely. Like I said before, I had to take a look at my yearbook yet. But I know once I take a look at it, I'm gonna get the inspiration I'm gonna need to continue to push forward. Like some craziness that happened at my job today that really made me look at certain high figures of authority a whole different point of view. But it had my suspicion saying, okay, now I see what they trying to plan. So actually, what I said earlier about me doing my mixtape, I'm like, I'm gonna just go all in with it. Like my little brother doing his thing with the little hip hop stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna do mine. And I think mine and the instrumental albums that we have, it's a win-win combination. I just need to get the right team to help me out with some other stuff, and then I'll be straight. And especially when it comes to the music, being a music producer, you get paid. You just gotta know who you're working with. But other than that, though, when it does come to time, we can make money do anything we want to do, but time is very limited, so use it wisely. Let's continue. I'm about to play this track back, though. This track is called This Is For My Peoples. For those of you that want to know. Alright, so for Motivational Wednesdays, April 18, 2018, let peace rule your mind, not chaos. I mentioned this so many times, and sometimes you guys might be like, I'm gonna be real. I was watching the Gary Vaynerchuk, little Gary Vee, daily vlog that he has. And he had, how he does this little thing, he kind of set it up at the end, he hits you with the message. So he set it up to where, he's like, talk to the folks, he say like he's repetitive, but at the same time, he's saying that's not being repetitive, it's actually coming from his point of view as to what he is speaking and things of that nature. So with that, if I'm talking about the same things over and over again, it's because to be real, and I have my coworkers tell me this, he's like, dude, the stuff that you said is what I needed right there and then. So at the same time, I'm gonna say it like this: don't let chaos rule over your mind. Because when you let chaos rule over your mind, what tends to happen is that you truly be in a very dark place to which you do not come out from it for a little bit. But once you find your place of happiness and what you need to do, then everything becomes much more greater and better than before. See, we cannot let our minds we cannot let chaos in our lives overtake anything. Let it continue to move forward and to strive for greater heights and for greatness. Because if we don't, then guess what? We're going to just be stuck doing things that we do not like to do. So we have to truly come together, get our senses together, and go ahead and accomplish what needs to be accomplished. So, let's continue, shall we? For April 19, 2018, Daily Tips Thursdays, never let time slip from your fingers as sand when it flows back into the ocean depths. The reason why I brought back the time thing is because I was on my way to work and it just hit me. I'm like, I'm spending too much time going to this job that I really dislike. Getting a little money there to pay a little bit of the bills and things here and there. I said, and go back to the same conversation I had with my homeboy. I told him, I said, bro, I see the radio show. I said, back in 2010 and 2011, I didn't have a job. I was really grinding on my business, music production. I was grinding on learning how to do copyrights, trademarks, patents, all the good stuff right there. Registration for registering your works. I was grinding on how you really market and promote your music and things of that nature. I was up in the Facebook music group. This is where I really get on Facebook like that. I still to this day, and I said this podcast many times, still to this day don't know who added me to this music Facebook group. But whoever did, I'm grateful for it because I met some great friends overseas and in different parts of the United States of America, to which we still friends to this day. To which I get some information about how you copyright your music, how much the copyright office is, and how, the limited amount that you can get for your music. Get them game on that, and just met cool friends off of that. Straight up. And then really start pushing my business to the next level. And then I kind of almost like the leader up in that because once me and another good friend out of Atlanta had in our own little Facebook group, we brought in the folks that was in the other group to our group, and we kept it like a unit, like a family. We're going to still bring that back too. It's called the ODJ Familiar Clan, trademark and copyright. So My bad. That's another clip. Never mind. The other one is called Real Recognized Trill, but it's Real Recognized Ambition. That's trademarking and copywritten as well too. So, oops, I mean, put the place of heart sensor. But yeah, so with that, it's like I remember those years from 2010 to part of 2013. The reason I say part of 2013 is because when I started working in 2013 is when shit started going kind of slow. And then I tried to build myself back up during part of 2013, then 2014, and 2015, and 2016. You know, I started trying to build back that drive that we had. Where in 2012, I kid you not, I think it was either 2012 or 2011. One of those 2 years where I really felt close that, okay, we about to get close to where the big money is at. We're about to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. We're about to have the freedom lifestyle, doing the music production thing, and really take it off. So the conversation came up. I ain't gonna mention what it's about. But, you know, young cat, up in the early 20s, had to look for a job, found a job, prayed about working at the airport and things, you know. I'm like, oh, pay $15 and stuff like that. It took me almost damn near 5 years to get up to $15 an hour. And even with that, it's still not as much as it should be. Well, for the bullshit ass company that I'm working with. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Straight up. While other companies have the same rate, but they actually kind of like pay their workers and stuff like that. But apart from that, just wasting part of my time on traveling to and from, and then getting burnt out, and then, you know, like try to do stuff like this where I have to push myself to get that extra energy boost by God's grace to do this podcast. Like the time from all of that, I really could be low-key up in a different country right now. As you guys hear in the African sounds, I probably could be across the road right now in Africa doing this podcast on the beaches of the Ivory Coast and stuff while getting ready to work on some music with some of the African folks out there. I mean, straight up. I mean, I see bigger things like that as opposed to doing the podcast here by my house. Actually, I don't mind doing it here by my house, so, you know, I'm doing it. But you guys hear the difference. Use my time wisely in other places around the world as opposed to use my time at a bullshit ass job that really did pay less and doesn't pay what they should be paying and whatever, to the point where it's like, okay, really? It's like I'm wasting my time with this company where you got egotistical top managers and stuff like that think that they're the shit because you had that status. But once I ask you, do you run a business? You say you don't run a business, and I'm looking at you like, But you've been in this industry for 20 plus years. But you don't have a business or have something to show. Instead, you're just being enslaved to the corporation that you're in. See, I have a gripe about that. For those that love working in corporate America in the industries, this is not for you guys. You guys do you. You guys do what you love. Do what you love to do. I'll talk about the ones that's egotistic and just very prideful about it and just be like, woo, 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 woo. But once you hit them with that, so why you not running your own shit? And they just be like, woo, you know, that is a big behind mouse. What the hell? That came from next door. Good grief, that at least ain't none of New York mouses. But yeah, ladies and gents, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just really keeping it real. It's really. Don't waste your time off of a corporation or a place that just don't give a damn. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, because time. I was at the beach. That's where I got the inspiration for. Time truly flows like sand. Sand is limitless, just like the planets and the stars that God has created. But time, while you're here on Earth, it's different because God gave you a set time where you're going to be born and where you're going to end it. Now, it's infinite time if you go be in His kingdom or not. That's the big difference. But while the time you have here on this earth, what you need to understand and realize is that no matter how tired you are, push in the things that you want to do. Push in the goals and dreams that you want to accomplish. Push in it. Because when you do push in it and use your time wisely, I kid you not, I think my off days this time was better than last time. The reason why it's better than last time, because I wasn't stressing out about the taxes and stuff like that. But at the same time, what I had noticed is that my off days went by quick because we was having fun. We was enjoying ourselves. We was enjoying doing the things that we love. And once I got back to work, everything was kind of slow. But apart from everything going kind of slow, the time that we had used when we was off, it was like, okay, we do this and and just have fun. Enjoy life. There are going to be times in your business where you just need to take a break. I see why those that run a business, they take a break and take vacations. I see why. Because you just can't continue to run. You can't continue to run. You have to take a point where you do need to get your mind right and get balanced. Because the more you keep on as the more you're going to get burnt out and stuff. So make sure y'all use time wisely and make sure that you guys truly enjoy life. Let's continue with the last track and let's continue with the last post. And one of the tracks I love that I had created for this instrumental album, straight up. No, J. Cole album came out today too, for those from my hip hop fans. It's cool. I will say that. And I see that everybody is mimicking these mouth rappers and they style how they do it. Which is all good, because that's a little trend. I'm about to change that up. I'm bringing my genre out. And I'm bringing the way how hip-hop, sound differently. So trust me. Y'all need to get ready. Because I'm about ready. So let's go with today's post. So for Blaze It Up, April 20th, 2018, Boss Has Fridays, I said we're not about to blaze up anything. Instead, we're going to continue to learn the tasks needed to be successful so that we can get peace from the hard work. I should figure out this morning how to word it. So this is how I'm going to word it. The hard work that you do and you accomplish and things will get you the peace of mind that you need. I was watching somebody, I forgot who it was, or listening to something, I forgot what it was, and they were saying that riches and things was cool how they were trying to chase it, but now they value not the riches, they value tranquility and peace of mind. Peace. Because you can have material things. You can have as much material things as you want to, but it's always going to fill it an empty void. You always going to have an empty void in your life, to which those material things is not going to satisfy you. You take a look for those of us that live in America. We are always bombarded about items and things and trinkets that we want to get. But as soon as we want that particular item, don't you notice that it's an empty void that counts? And once we get it, we look at it like, we look at it like, we want to take this back now. But we were so hell-bent on trying to get the money to get the shit that we was like, we want to give it. Nah. I had that a couple times where, it's like, almost get like the latest, not the latest iPhone, but something like that. To which I'm looking at it like, wow, like really? We'll let this color of mine and stuff while we try to do this? Like, nah. The reason why I say it's cool that you guys should go ahead and try to run your business and learn this stuff and stuff like that. And you know what? Get with people that can actually help you go move quicker. Reason being is for this. So that we get to a point in your life, you get to a point where you can have peace and tranquility away from the bullshit, away from the garbage, away from all the little fuck-ups that happen at the job, whatever, because you get fired and bullshit like that. I mean, all of that. You want to get to a point in your life where you could be able to chill on the beach, not out here in California, but somewhere else around the world, and you are able to enjoy yourself. And enjoy your life. And enjoy your peace of mind, to which more ideas flow from the mindset. So that way you be like, okay, cool. We can do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. But I'm going to go ahead and chill. So that way I can enjoy life and can enjoy, just minor things of it. I know today's 420. I know most folks blaze it up to 420 and stuff like that. Smoke it and stuff like that. I'm like, don't blaze that up. Blaze up your business. Blaze up your business means learn the steps that you need to learn. Do the things that you need to do. So that way, when you get ready to go to the next step, you're ready to be right there. You're ready to accomplish something greater than what most folks will do. Most folks is afraid to run and do a business because they say it's hard. And they say the first 5 years, some folks are close down in business things like that because they don't have everything set up together. Then again, you're not a failure if you do. You just basically learning. But you are the one, a few that has actually attempted to try. Trust me. Most folks don't become great in America or whatever just because of their status. That you see on television, stuff like that. It's at the end of the day, you take a look at folks like Steve Jobs and things of that nature. And the crazy thing is, it's like with them, you take a look at the greatness, but you don't see the struggle behind everything that they go through in order to get to where you need to get at. So with that, what I suggest what you guys need to do is that if you are at this stage, you're in the struggling stage, you try to get things set, guess what? You're in the right stage. Because once you really do get to that point of time where you need to get to where you need to be at, trust me, everything is going to be greater than what it was before. You have to go through the fire in order to get to the top. You have to go through the bullshit in order to get to the point of time where you need to be at. You have to go through all the craziness in order to get to where you need to be at in life. Straight up. No questions about it. When I mentioned in last week's podcast in regards to the LLC and stuff like that right there was a learning curve for me. It was really a learning curve for me. It was a stressful learning curve, a little bit low key. But at the same time I said, you know what? What I'm stressing about. I said, I should not be stressing about everything because the job that I'm working at is more stressful than what I'm actually trying to work on. I said, I have to learn from the $800 annual fees, but that it's learning curves. And they were big fun learning curves and stuff like that. Because now I'm like, okay, cool. Now I know what's to expect, if I run another LLC and things of that nature. So I don't trip off about it anymore. I don't. And the funny thing is that you shouldn't be tripping off little things like that too. It's even bullshit at your job. You should not be tripping off about that. I don't even trip off about that. I just be like, it's something new that the management, because they don't come together, they don't collaborate or whatever. And if they do, it's a flick a conflict. You guys know what I'm talking about. They just don't really come together to where everybody has their own agenda and they run their own shows. So we, the workers, got to try to make sure we're on our P's and Q's, basically almost like at a solitary camp, to make sure that we know what the hell that we're doing so we don't get in trouble. Nah, no job should make you feel as if you back in fucking high school, elementary, or middle school, and all type of shit like that. Let me not. Whew. That's a South Central in me, baby. That's part of that Black Irish. Black Irish Native American. That's part of that coming out. So, with that, I'm going to give you some encouragement. Encouragement is this. If you're feeling down and out, or you feel like that you cannot accomplish anything, bigger tasks for your business because it seems too big for you, I'm going to let you know right now. Accomplish what you can and do what you can do. Hi, puppy. I see my little puppies look out through the window and everything. But accomplish what you can accomplish. Do what you can do. And just make things happen. Do not let anybody try to punk you to saying that you can't do what you want to do. Nah, you go ahead and make the dreams happen. Go ahead and make your business happen. Do the things that you need to do that you know is going to get you to the next level of life. Continue to stay motivated and continue to do the things that you've been blessed with to do. So with that though, ladies and gents, it's your boy Chinchilla Q, also known as Q Moore of Hip Rock Production. Let me say that. Those of you want to know what the Q stands for, I'm going to let you know right now. So ladies and gents, thank you guys for tuning into week 83, if I'm not mistaken, of the Business Mind Leaders, aka hashtag the Wolves 10 podcast, with your host, Quinn Moore, also known as Chinchilla Q, DJ Skylo, Onaku07. Hello, nephew. Clan of the Black Lotus Rabbits and Black Roses Wolves, all feature LLCs and Hip Rocker Productions, CM.com, and things of that nature. So most definitely, what you guys can do is that on Tuesday, I will make sure everything be updated. So stay tuned for that. I will have the next video over at the beach. If you guys go to my website at hiprockerproductionstm.com, that is hiprockerproductionstm.com, you will be able to find, because I updated the Business Minded Leader section and everything for the website. So the latest podcast from last week is there, as well the video podcast from last week over at Santa Monica is there as well too. So make sure you guys check that out. They all in red letters. But with that though, ladies and gents, thank you guys for tuning into today's podcast. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your weekend as well too. I mean, do enjoy it. If you do have to work and things of that nature, don't let your job or don't let your boss with all their little rules and regulations and things get to you. Straight up. Because I'll be honest. And the reason why I say it like that, because being a business person that actually taking the jump and taking the risk to do what I need to do, it gets me pumped up and amped up, because while I really see the little managers with their little bull crap titles that they have, I laugh at them. And I laugh at them not to be spiteful or anything. I laugh at them not to be prideful either. I laugh at them because it's like, wow, you still being a slave to where you working at. You still being a slave to corporate America. Most folks in higher positions are in a slave to a paycheck, living to paycheck, and things of that nature. So at the end of the day, it's like, well, y'all can go ahead and stay being slaves to the damn system and things that y'all up in, while those of us that try to work on a business can go ahead and do what we need to do. Straight up. I love doing podcasts like this. It's freedom, baby. It's freedom for me doing like this. I don't get paid doing this right now, but it's all cool because I got stuff from when I did the original podcast. I mean, I got stuff from when I did the original podcast that's still on iTunes or whatever. Till I started using back to, what's called the Spreaker platform, because I'm like, hell, I'm paying for this. So I'm like, let me do the podcast over here. I'm like, this is better for me to do off of here. You know, why change it up? I probably will change it up or download the audio and put it to another podcast station. But I like using this right here, though. So, in all truth and reality, though, ladies and gents, I'm going to just keep it real with you guys. I'm not getting paid to do this right now, but I'm going to tell you right now, though. When I do get paid doing this, I'm not going to really care about the money as much, because that's going to be the blessing right there. But I'm going to still motivate you guys. If I do repeat some of the same stuff, don't worry about it. I'm doing it for a reason, because I'm going to have new listeners that's going to hear the message for the first time. You guys going to already hear it, but you guys going to need to keep it in your system so you guys continue to push, continue to grow. Trust me when I say that last month in March, I was really about to be like, fuck all of this shit. I am done with doing music and this and this and this. But something within me has said, don't quit, continue to go. You're closer to where you need to be at than where you were before a couple years ago. So continue to push. So I'm telling you right now, y'all need to continue to push and do what y'all need to do. Live your dreams and at the same time get your peace and tranquility from your mindset and do what you do. Do what you need to do. And when you feel in your heart it's right to do, go ahead and do it. Doesn't matter what fucking profession that you're doing. Just go ahead and do what you need to do. And I don't know why Bloodlines is playing again for the track. Accidentally press the button. But you know what? I think it's suitable for me to end the show and things of that nature. So with that though, ladies and gents, thank you guys for tuning today's told you I was getting excited. But thank you guys for tuning into today's podcast. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And with that, it's your boy Q Moore, also known as Chinchilla Q of hiprockerproductionstm.com, saying peace, sayonara. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. And boy, that aircraft's flying fast, along with a helicopter, another aircraft is flying by, and another aircraft flying by. That's one thing I will say is, even though working at LAX and stuff, and I know which aircrafts take off, I see a whole lot of Deltas, Uniteds, and Southwest Airlines. Even some of the 777s from International fly over the house more than American Airlines does. Ironic. But other than that, though, ladies and gents, thank you guys for tuning to today's podcast. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Enjoy the rest of the track. One love, your boy Chinchilla Q is out. Peace.